Let's now look at who could be the darlings of next week. It is time to get ready for Thursday night football with our game preview. The Steelers are in first place in the AFC North and facing a familiar foe in Joe Flacco. So, what does it mean? What's going to happen? Let's break it all down from a regular NFL and fantasy perspective. So, NFL week number 7 kicking off with the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Steelers favored by 5.5 points. The total is at 44. Looking at this from just an X's and O's standpoint, this shouldn't be a close football game. The Steelers come into this one 15th in EPA per play, which feels about right, like mid, basically, while the Bengals are basically last at 31st. They're 30th in success rate, 30th in dropback EPA, and just running all over teams. 26th in rush EPA. The Steelers, it's not a ton better. It's 15th, like we said, in EPA per play, 21st in success rate. So they are picking up these chunks, but when they need to kind of move the ball down the field a little bit, they're not necessarily picking it up in the ways that they kind of need to. So it's an interesting offense to kind of take a look at. This week, obviously, they should have an advantage. It's a really bad Cincinnati Bengals defense. They are 29th in defensive EPA per play, 30th in success rate, 29th against dropbacks this season. Just not a good defense at all. And so, look, I am not an Aaron Rodgers guy. I think that's been abundantly clear if you watch any of the content on Couch Potato Diary or listen to any of the podcasts. But this is a week for him to kind of shine. He loves going against division opponents. He loves kind of sticking it to them, and he handles these games quite well. So I expect him to be very effective in this game. I think the Steelers are going to be able to do whatever they want on offense. I think we're going to have a lot of the talking heads coming out of this game on Friday saying, are the Steelers back? Here come the Steelers. Watch out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I would pump the brakes on that a little bit. I think that whole 15th in EPA per play means that this is a pretty mid football team, and I think they are just that, but the Bengals are that bad. Now, it looked better with Joe Flacco this week. He is at least going to get the ball to the big weapons and make them make plays in this offense. I don't know how successful they are going to be from a wins and losses standpoint, but they're not going to force a bad defense to stay on the field for an extended period of time. That it's not going to be defense is out for 10 minutes, 3 and out. Defense is out for 3 minutes, 3 and out. Or defense is out for 10 minutes, 3 and out. You know what I mean? So I think that they're going to be able to attack this Steelers defense a little bit. That what we know, TJ Watt, excellent football player. Steelers have a reputation. It is a touch gettable, this defense. 12th in EPA per play, 12th in EPA per dropback, but 18th against the run and 18th in defensive success rate. So you can pick up the chunks that you need against this defense. I do think that the Bengals keep this close. 5.5 is a really interesting number. I don't think that defense is good enough to get any stops here against Rodgers and the Steelers offense. So I am going to go Pittsburgh minus the 5.5 for the prediction. But I do think Flacco being there helps even the playing field a little bit here. But this is still a extremely, extremely flawed football team. So that is the look at this one from a standpoint. What do you guys think? If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Am I out to lunch on something? Have I nailed it? What are your picks for this game? What are a couple gambling plays that you're interested in? Do we got a player prop that you got an eye on or something like that? Let me know down in the comments and we can chat about it. Also, give me a follow on social media. I am at Primetime Klein on Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. Want to be posting a lot more content out there. Want to have a lot of these good discussions on there. So give me a follow on, like I said, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, all the places. I am at Primetime Klein.